Hi everybody, and welcome to Once Upon a Scarf. Today our story is about an icon, an iconic scarf design, but more than that, the iconic woman who made it famous. This simple but unmistakable boot design by Gucci could just be a posh piece of 70s headgear meant to cover a bad hair day. But Jackie Onassis made a style statement pretty much as a daily way of life. This scarf was not only a cover-up, but an exposé of the inner image of the woman who wore it. Stay tuned for the rest of the story. I'm the author of 2 classic books on vintage fashion, Secondhand Chic and It's Vintage Darling. I'm a huge fan of the luxury, affordability, and true life tales behind great vintage scarves. I'm so happy to share what I know with you. So, what we know. Jackie Onassis was a former First Lady, tragic presidential widow, and then remarried to a shipping magnate. In 1976, when this photo was taken, she'd become a widow for the second time. Her husband, Aristotle Onassis, had died in Paris the year before, leaving her a fortune of some $20 million. We see her here on the way to the airport with her son John, then a teenager. They were about to experience what appeared to be a wonderful vacation together with friends in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Why a Gucci scarf? Well, Jackie had long favored the brand, whose jet-set associations perfectly aligned with her international status. Gucci returned the favor by naming this Jackie bag in her honor. But why boots? This woman didn't have to pretend to love all things horsey, as so many other purchasers of fancy scarves did in the 60s and 70s. No, she totally walked the walk, or more accurately, rode the ride, having been an accomplished horsewoman ever since she was a tiny girl in breeches and derby cap. It didn't always go perfectly. She got back on that horse again and again, and in photographs at least, seems at her happiest, teaching her young children, Carolyn and John, how to ride. It was so deeply part of her identity that she kept it up long past the point that most people hang up their boots. Returning to this scarf, which probably dates to around 1975-76, it's so interesting to see how styles evolve through time. This is not the elaborate botanical of Vittorio Aconero for Gucci, associated with another international superstar, Grace Kelly. Nor is it the Mongo branding that seems to be the whole point today. Instead, the Gucci name is discreet, down in the 4 corners. It's all about the boots and their jaunty, geometric kickline. So Jackie Onassis wasn't wearing the scarf to flaunt a brand. It was to flaunt herself, who she really was. It's the emblem of her as a loving mother, a rider, with great memories of teaching her own kids how. She was now off on a holiday with one of those beloved children, the woman wedded to the political spotlight, to tragedy, trauma, and the golden handcuffs of wealth, was ready for a new phase of life. Wearing this in 1976, I reckon she finally felt free to enjoy herself on her own terms, and very possibly felt ready to kick some ass. And that's today's scarf story. I hope you enjoy it. Please press the usual buttons to see more.